Hi quilters, I'm Shelley Robson from the Quilted Forest, and it's November, which means it's time to pick our project of the month for November. We have two projects left that we haven't picked yet, projects number 1 and projects number 3. So we know it's going to be one of those two, but I'm going to give you a quick update before we decide which one. I have 4 projects that I am still working on that we picked earlier in the year. So number 7 was picked in July. And it's still in pieces. I haven't worked on it at all. I've pulled it out a couple times and looked at it, but haven't made any progress. Number 8, we picked in September. That's the same kind of deal. I looked at it a couple times and have some sketches put together, but I haven't decided which way I'm going to go on that. Number 12, this was picked in August. And I've gotten quite a bit done on this one. I have taken all the blocks that were in the quilt and pulled them apart, and each block, or 2 blocks if they were the spacer blocks, but each block has its own baggie. I've gotten all the pieces taken apart, and now I need to press them so that I can put them back together. I'm going to try to recreate the quilt just a little bit better than it started. Number 5 was in October. And I did do some work on this one also. So this started out as one long piece, and after doing some math and trying to figure out where to separate it, I got it apart and took out some of the individual pieces. I haven't figured out how to put it back together, so it's in 2 big pieces right now. And then I have a bunch of blocks that I'll also be able to work into the final configuration. But I was pretty proud of how much I got done this month, so I'm very happy with that. I also have an update on my Splendid Sampler Blocks. I haven't had an update recently because I haven't worked on them at all, but I finally did do a little work. I had to do a bunch of embroidery. I had the blocks done and the stitching that I was going to do by machine done, but I didn't have the hand embroidery done. So I was able to get some of that done. This one is called Potted Paisleys by Amy K. Johnson. This one is called Dutch Treat by Pat Sloan. This one is called Hello Sunshine, also by Pat Sloan. This one is called American Spool by Tammy Vonderschmidt. This one is Cuppa, also by Pat Sloan. This one is called Pack Your Bags by Jody Carlton. This block is called Snail and Pail by Wendy Shepard. This one is called Simply Bliss by Robin DeZone. This one is called Trip to the Quilt Shop by Laura K. Hauser. This one is called Little Things by Dawn Heese. This block is called Grandfather Clock by Carrie Golder. And lastly, I have Sunbonnet Me to You by Jane Davidson. So on these blocks, I counted and I have 93 done, so I have 7 to go. So I'm pretty excited. I got more done on that, so that's a great thing to get off my list. Now, picking our final 2 block of the months, because there's only 2 numbers left. When we pick one for November, we'll automatically know which project we're working on for December too. So let's see. For November, it's going to be project number 1, which means in December we will work on the only number that's left, project number 3. So for me, that means I'm going to be working on these fantastic little, and I already have a plan for these, which actually works really well for me, these butterfly applique pieces. They're already cut out. There are 81 pre-cut butterflies. I bought this bag of butterflies a while back, and I have all different colors, different styles of fabric. These are all 30s prints, and I already know what I'm going to do with them. Been plotting this for a little bit, and hopefully, with any luck, you'll get to see it next month. So when you come back in December, we will talk about project number 3, and so I hope you work hard in November and get some progress made. We'll see you in December. Thanks for watching, and happy quilting!